Hey, this is Evie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, then I am a Law of Attraction author and a YA fiction author and a Law of Attraction and anxiety coach. Today's video: can you get your ex back with the Law of Attraction? If so, how can you do that? Because it seems a bit crazy, right? But yes, you can do that. And actually, it's not crazy. It's just what we do, just something that we do. So what do you do first? First of all, you think about why you and your ex split up, and you decide whether you want that same situation back in your life, because you can manifest it exactly the way it was, or you can manifest it different. And my guess is that you probably want to manifest a little bit different, the same person but not the same tone of relationship, because something went wrong. So you need to decide what you didn't like about that relationship and why it ended, and how that can be better this time around. So the first thing that you do is you get clear in your mind what sort of relationship you want this to be moving forward. Once you've got this person back in your life, how do you want that relationship to be? And like I said, I'm guessing it's not the same as it was, because you can bring somebody back into your life over and over and over. But if you keep bringing them back just as they are, then you're only going to get the same experiences over and over and over. Nothing is going to be different. So you want different. So how do you do that? First of all, like I say, you clear your mind and you get straight in your mind exactly how you want that relationship to be. And then you don't have to do this sitting quietly, but I would advise you to do this sitting quietly if this is the first time that you've done anything like this, and just get the feeling of how you would feel if that relationship were back with you but slightly different. So you get a slightly different vibration. So you imagine the person in question saying things to you that you would like to hear them say. Just imagine it. Get the feeling, sit with the feeling. It's all about the feeling. Everything with the Law of Attraction is the feeling. Nothing matters without the feeling. And then nothing matters, even the feeling doesn't matter if you can't let go. You really need to practice letting go if you're struggling with that. And sometimes when people are involved, and particularly ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, ex-husbands, it's even more difficult because we are really, really attached to people. So that is a good practice to get into, letting go, practice letting go. So you get that feeling, you get that vibration of the situation that it will be this time around, the situation that you want back, and you sit with it. And you let it go, and you do it again, and you sit with it and you let it go. And you can do this over a course of a few days, but I would suggest that you don't do it for any longer than a few minutes each time, because you don't want this to turn into obsession, and that is what can happen, and you definitely don't want that to happen. One very important factor for me to mention to you is that circumstances don't matter with this stuff. I don't know why they don't matter, but they don't, because I have manifested some stuff that shouldn't have happened, should never have happened, really, logically wouldn't have happened. But situations, a situation that was, or a circumstance that was with this relationship. So say you broke up badly and you did something really bad, or you said something awful and you wish you hadn't said it, all that stuff doesn't matter. It will not stop you manifesting. It will only stop you manifesting if you believe it will stop you manifesting. So if you're going to think to yourself, oh, this can't happen, they can't come back because I said this, or he said this, or she said this, then that is going to be a hindrance. If you can get your head around the fact that for some crazy reason, circumstances don't matter. I mean, my take on it is all about timelines, alternate timelines, and that sort of thing. But I won't go into that now, because that might do your head in just a little bit. But that's how I get around this, because you can have whatever you want with the Law of Attraction. So people are no different. So if you can get your head around the fact that circumstances don't matter, if you can practice letting go and letting it go to whatever, because your situation now is what it is, and there's nothing that you can do about that. So you don't want to fight with yourself. Don't want to fight, and you don't want to try too hard at this stuff. Do it lightheartedly and just accept the way things are now. And as soon as you start accepting the way things are now, that is your form of letting go. And as long as you've let go 60% of the time, so you're going about your business on a day-to-day basis and you're not thinking about them all the time, you're having periods of time when you're just getting on with stuff and they're not in the back of your mind. That is letting go, and that's all you need to do to let go. And if you then spend an hour thinking about them, it doesn't matter. And especially if you're thinking about them fondly and you don't have any pent-up resistance, and that's absolutely fine. I mean, you could think about somebody all day long if that was the case. But my guess is that's not going to be the case, because you are wanting them back. So you've got some form of resistance there. So just don't work against your resistance. Don't work against it. Just accept it for now. So letting go is having long periods of time, or not even long periods of time where you aren't thinking about them. You're not even having them in your back of your mind. You're just carrying on with life and doing other stuff. And that's what this really is about, is getting on with your life and just knowing that if you just do this, practice this with your imagination. If you go to my website, I've got some posts on imagination there, because I work with my imagination all of the time, and it's how I get everything that I've got, because I love imagining things and I live in my head a lot. So if you want to learn a bit more about how to do that, then pop along to my website and take a look at my imagination post. So that's all it is. Imagination, getting the feeling, letting go. If you can do that, you can have whatever you want. I get that people are a bit different because we get attached to people, but if you can do that and practice doing that and not get obsessed, then yes, you can get this person back in your life. And sometimes it can even happen the same day, and you'll be amazed because you think, God, how weird is that? One minute they felt like this about me, and the next minute they feel like this about me, and you can't quite get your head around it, that it happens so quickly. And I can't explain that, but I don't want to explain that. I don't want to try to explain that, because as soon as you start trying to find explanations, you start coming up with reasons why it can't happen. But it's magic. This stuff is magic. Believe me, you can do this. Practice that. Practice the feeling. It's all in the feeling. Everything is in the feeling and the emotion. So if you think that you're focusing, but I'm focusing on them and it's not happening, well, yet you probably are focusing on them, but your overriding feeling is the fact that you don't have them. And even if you don't really realise that, that's what it'll be, and that's what's holding you back. So you need to do other things, have fun in your life, do all the stuff that makes you happy, and just don't put all of your focus on that one person, because there's more to life.